7 grad alum and Hall of Famer Todd Saylor.
Okay, I'm going to be behind this microphone for about 3 seconds. That's it. Here's the dealio. Everybody look at your program real quick. What's it say? Donor remarks, right? Forget that. It's donor motivation. All right, we got a game to play today, right? We got to get excited, right? We got some work to do, right? This is a new dawn at Manchester. This is a new day at Manchester. This isn't about just football. It's about excellence. I got a friend, John Bradsakis. Where you at, John? How far did you fly from?
Baltimore.
Baltimore. Nice! This guy's a big deal. I played with him, right? We've got some stuff to do. So here's what I'm going to tell you. Manchester was a calling for me. They called me 3 times. 3 times. The first time, they called me and said, hey, could you come play football here? And I'm like, I'm not so sure. I got some other schools looking at me. You know, I'm kind of a big deal. And they kept calling and they kept calling, and I was going to go somewhere else. And then finally I got a letter from the coach. They said, would you kind of come here, please? Here's a Lundsey scholarship. I'm like, wow, a scholarship, $2,500. I didn't have the internet, so I looked it up really quick, and I said, okay, what's it for? I wasn't dating my wife back then, but I would have if I said, seriously. I said, hey, what's it for? Because she tells me everything. For a deserving student. I didn't understand that, but they called me for that, and I chose Manchester that first calling. The second calling was when I was in accounting. The late, great Art Gilbert. A lot of you back there don't know this man, but he's literally helped build this institution based on its accounting principles. I was a business guy. I actually started off in education until I found out my future wife, Tracy, was going to make more money than me, so I moved it to business. All right? Pay attention, all right? So that's what's going on here. So we get fast forward, and I'm in intermediate accounting, and Art Gilbert's there, right? And I'm nervous. Anybody feel that? Remember Art Gilbert? I'm nervous. I'm in there, and I'm an athlete. Forget about it. Art's staring at me the whole time. You know, you're not probably going to make it. You're not playing. I'm like, yes, I am. Yes, I am. So one day I came from football practice. And that's the second time I was called. I was in intermediate class, and my finger was going sideways like this, and Mr. Huntington taped it. And I was in a lot of pain in intermediate. And those classes were like for 4 hours. It was excruciating. If you make it in accounting, congratulations. So Art calls me. Art calls me. He says, Mr. Saylor, would you please come with me? I go to his office, and I'm thinking this guy's got this massive, beautiful office, and it's like this big, and papers are everywhere. I'm like, oh, this is way too confined. He says, Mr. Saylor, you can be better. I want you in my accounting program, and that's it. Do you need some aspirin? True story. True story. I was called twice, and the third time I was called was by Dave McFadden. This guy flew all the way out to my home in Florida. He says, Todd, we need to go for a boat ride. Sure, Dave. We go on the boat. On the way back, I had to write a check for $100,000. This guy is good. All right. Those are the 3 calls I got, but it is a calling. It is a calling. But so in all seriousness, I'm asking you football players right now, why do you do it? You don't get paid. $2,500 doesn't go anywhere. Why do you get up every morning, do double days, study? Why do you have the bruises and the possible concussions? Why do you have the marks? Why do you do it? Why do you do it? Well, I'm going to tell you why you do it. All these athletes, why do you do it? Because you're wired differently. You get up differently. You go to bed differently. You forgive differently. You love differently. You study differently. You forgive differently. You win differently. Because that's who you are. Do you realize when you were baking in your mama's belly, every minute you were cooking 250 million neurons? That's craziness. You like that? I wrote that for you. When you get born, when you come out into this world, you will have 100 billion neurons in your brain. No wonder you're crying. And when you're 5 to 7 years old, you will have 1,000 trillion neurons, Todd. And if Art was here, I would ask him, Art, how many zeros are in 1,000 trillion neurons? I don't know, and I got a B in this class. So I looked it up, and it's actually a trick question, because there's actually 15 zeros in 1,000 trillion neurons. And that's not even a number, Dave. It's not! Do you know what it is? It's a quadrillion. Why am I telling you all this? I have no idea. But I will tell you this, that you are special. And you are getting baked, just like everybody else, with a lot of stinking neurons. But all of a sudden, between 7 and 15, those neurons start to pair back. And they go away. And your CF frontal cortex starts to dive in and put myelin around the ones that are connecting. And they mold you to who you are. This differentiality that you have at Manchester University, the reason you do it is because you're wired differently. We're going to go out and play like we're wired differently. This is a new day. Nothing's ever going to be the same after this. Nothing is ever going to be the same after this, because excellence is our clear barometer. I love you guys. Thank you very much for this opportunity.